Roundhead Lion Rian Johnson once again justifying the things that he did with The Last Jedi and with Star Wars in general. This guy is never ever going to acknowledge that he messed up. This guy is never ever going to acknowledge that he completely butchered Star Wars, that he drug it over the coals, that he treated it like crap. He will never ever acknowledge that. He will never acknowledge that. And once again, like I said, he's justifying what he did with the movie. So, let's go ahead and get into what Rian Johnson has to say this time around. I'm sure it'll be just as juicy as it always is. Rian Johnson explains why The Last Jedi had to go beyond Lucas's ideas. Did it though? Did it though? Director Rian Johnson shares the creative thought process on his decision to make sure Star Wars The Last Jedi is different from its predecessors. The 8th film in the Skywalker saga and second one from the sequel trilogy, the film followed up J.J. Abrams' Star Wars The Force Awakens 2 years prior. It earned an impressive $1.3 billion at the global box office. Love it how they throw that word impressive in the beginning there just to kind of, make it seem like it's a bigger deal than it actually is, making it a smash hit when it could have made so much more, But while many loved it due to its bold storytelling, it also gained criticism from the massive fan community, making it one of the most divisive blockbusters in recent years. The Last Jedi picked up immediately after the events Star Wars 7, continuing the ongoing journeys of new characters such as Rey, Poe, blah blah blah. During a guesting stint at the first episode of the podcast Creative Processing with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Johnson looked back at his experience making The Last Jedi. The director took a lot of risks when it came to working on the film, I guess you could say that, which resulted varying opinions from the massive fandom. Johnson then proceeded to explain why he was keen on making Star Wars 8 different from its predecessors. Now let me just say this real quick before we jump into what he's saying here. I'm all for risks. I'm all for risks in creative storytelling and all of that type of stuff, because risks is where you get those new, fresh ideas. But there is a point where when you take a risk in storytelling, it just completely destroys what you're trying to do, the story that you're trying to tell. It completely, it doesn't complement the story at all. There are risks that you can take that are bad risks when it comes to making movies, to storytelling. And those are definitely bad risks in The Last Jedi that Rian Johnson dealt with. I think the instant... This is his quote here. I think the instant you start thinking in terms of how do you not step outside of the bounds of what the original movies did, you're not thinking the way the people who made the original movies did. Okay. They were with every movie, they were pushing it forward. With every movie, they were stepping outside those bounds and pushing the characters in new, emotionally honest, but surprising places. That's why those movies are great. So are you saying that you think that The Last Jedi is emotionally honest? You do realize what you did with Luke Skywalker, right? You know how you handled Leia and all the other characters in that movie. Emotionally honest? What? That's why those movies are great. That's why they're alive. If they had been looking at something that came out before it and saying, oh, we better not do this because it's outside of this or that, it would have been different. No, that isn't what made the original trilogy great. It wasn't the fact that they were stepping outside of bounds that made those movies great. Did that play a part of it? Definitely. But the reason that those movies are so great is because they have good storytelling, because they have characters that we relate to, that we care about. That is what makes those movies so great. It has nothing to do with the fact that they were stepping outside of boundaries. I don't even know what kind of boundaries you're talking about. Like, I don't understand, like, what kind of boundaries you're saying. You're not even explaining what kind of boundaries you're talking about. If you explained it, then maybe I would have a better understanding. But you yourself, Ryan, don't even know what kind of boundaries you're talking about. You're just throwing that phrase around because you're trying to defend the mess up, the screw ups that you did with The Last Jedi. He's continuing to try to defend his own movie and make it seem like it is this great revolutionary movie that nobody understands. And it's not working, Ryan. It's not working. Johnson has a point Part of the reason why the Star Wars saga continues to thrive is it's able to keep the viewers guessing what comes next for their beloved characters. Beloved characters. That's a key phrase right there. Beloved characters. These new characters in this new trilogy aren't beloved. Have you seen the poll that was put out by Star Wars asking which is your favorite duo? The sequel trilogy characters were all at the bottom by a staggering amount in that poll. A staggering amount. These are not beloved characters. These are not iconic characters. People don't actually care about these characters that much, and that is because the storytelling is trash. The storytelling was complete garbage in The Last Jedi. Complete and utter garbage. Part of the reason why the Star Wars saga continues to thrive is it's able to keep the viewers guessing. And that's fine. Keep the viewers guessing. Keep them guessing. That's fun. It's fun to have your viewers guessing. But you have to do it in a way that is still good storytelling. You can't just keep people guessing and think that that is going to make up for bad storytelling. However, the counter argument by genuine The Last Jedi critics, see how they say genuine Last Jedi critics? They're basically countering anyone who is emotionally responsive to this, who has any sort of actual criticism about this movie. They're just discounting all of those people as trolls. Genuine Last Jedi critics is that the film may have pushed too far for the sake of pulling narrative plots and twists. Exactly. Rian Johnson wasn't interested in trying to tell a good Star Wars story. He was trying to get a big reaction from the Star Wars fandom. He is a troll. He is a major troll. Some also point out that Johnson's creative choices resulted in inconsistencies to the franchise, considering they went on a different direction compared to what Abrams was initially planning in The Force Awakens, which is also 100% true. He took the outline that J.J. Abrams had, he ripped it up and threw it away. Only time will tell how Star Wars The Last Jedi will fare in the next decades to come. I don't think it's going to fare well. It's already not doing very well, even though you people keep on saying it is. George Lucas's prequels were also very divisive during the release, but looking back at them now, fans have mellowed down on their criticism. I wouldn't say that. There are some who even go so far as to saying that they actually like them now. Oh, you're talking about the prequels, not the sequels. Sorry. Yeah, okay. That I can totally understand. That I get. At this point, all eyes are back on Abrams as he wraps up the sequel trilogy and the Skywalker saga. Overall, in this December, Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, which I've also talked about, and I don't think it's going to be that great either. Anyway, those are my general thoughts about this entire thing, what Rian Johnson has to say here. Once again, continuing to defend himself and explain why everyone's an idiot and they don't understand his movie. Rian Johnson, Roundhead Ryan, all of your favorite names that we like to give you. Thank you once again for the content, Ryan. I appreciate that. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what do you think about what Rian Johnson has to say about Star Wars, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will talk to you all very soon in another video. Talk to you later. Bye.
Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.